Do you want more? More time, more balance, more love, more sex, more money, more real, and less bullshit? This is the Women Wanting More podcast with Dr. Karen Osborne. Real life, real stories, plus real tips to get you more of what you want.
So there are always moments that you can be teaching your kids. So right now I have Tyson in the back seat as I'm driving. Tyson, say hello. Hello, playing Minecraft. We just dropped off his little brother at daycare. I'm taking both the boys to daycare, and actually Tyson doesn't have school today, but to a day camp today. We're driving back to drop off Tyson, and we're going to record a quick podcast about this because this morning a bomb went off on our house. Did a bomb go off, Tyson?
Yeah.
It got a little crazy. So, what happened? What happened this morning in our house? Mommy's up in the shower. I just hear yelling and screaming and crying, and so what happened? Yeah.
And then Daddy threw his stuffy. The
Dad
guy put his naked bum on my blanket.
We don't like naked bums on your blanket. Yeah, he does that to kind of bug you, right? Yeah. He's kind of in his, what did we say before? He's in his fart stage. He's being a real fart. Sometimes Mommy will say something else starts with an A and ends with an E, but we won't say right here.
It's the
A-hole.
mean zone. It's the mean zone.
It's the mean zone. Okay, so Kai's in the mean zone right now. He's 4.5, and you were 7.5. And Tyson, I was saying, when you were a little dude, you would kind of be like that. But you're, chill now, right?
Yep.
Everything's cool now for the most part. We don't really have a lot of upsets, no meltdowns. Well, sometimes meltdowns. Mommy has meltdowns sometimes, right?
Yeah.
But it was a little crazy this morning. So, as, I got the boys in the car. We're driving over. I said, boys, look it. Mommy wants, can I teach you something? Can I share with you something? They're like, yeah. Okay, so here's the deal, right? The day started a little crazy. Tyson's crying because Kai's teasing him. Kai's crying because Daddy got mad and threw his stuffy, I don't know, stuffy, whatever, or took it from him. And Mommy comes down, she's like, what the hell? I'm just trying to take a shower. I'm 15 minutes, and I come down, and it's again, a bomb went off, World War III, right? So I said, when our mornings or our days start to move in that direction, that we have a choice, right? And Tyson, one thing I didn't share with you, buddies, you know what? A lot of people will see this and go, oh my God, the day is horrible. This is just the way it's going to be. And they continue to attract and compound the stuff that's already happened, and they just make it worse. It's you're taking this one moment in time that happened and you blow it up to be this huge thing. And suddenly you've decided that the whole rest of the day is going to be that way. And I wonder how it shows up. No kidding, it becomes crap because you've decided that. Try to put that message out saying, this is the way it's going to be. Throw your hands up, oh, nothing I can do. The day started off crappy. This is just the way it's going to continue to be. But as I explained to the boys this morning, and the reason I want to share this podcast and this story with you right now is these are the moments as a parent that I love. Do you know that, Tyson? Do you know that Mommy loves telling you these kind of things? Sharing this with you and teaching you boys? Can you tell that Mommy gets excited when I get to do these things with you? No, okay. Maybe not so excited. Does it just feel like Mommy's lecturing you or something?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
What does that even mean?
That's a good question. Lecturing is I'm talking to you. But I'm let me tell you, I'm going to teach you a lesson, you would get lecture, you would sit in a lecture if you were in university, Tyson, someone's teaching you something. So if someone says they're lecturing you, it's kind of they're talking for a long period of time. Mommy's got to get better at making this a little shorter sometimes for lessons, right? For 4.5 and 7.5-year-old brain to take in. But I love these moments because I'm okay, so I could sit there and I could get mad at the boys more in the car, and they can be upset, and now that's how I send them on their day, not what I want. Or I could really use this as something, right? Just really show them that no matter the stuff that happens in life, there are always things for us to see in that. And that's the beautiful gift about life. And it's not about, oh, this person did this or made me feel this and being a victim. Remember the book we were reading, Tyson, about, I don't don't know, we had a book that Tyson brought home from school to read. Kind of gets like regular books for reading. And it's about this kid who's late for school because remember Tyson, like he spilt the milk and then he lost, and his mom wrote a note excusing him for being late and the reason why. And then he lost, and it was like all these things. And what did you say, Tyson? It was the funniest thing. Because we're reading this book and I'm like, this guy has a lot of excuses. Why doesn't he just own the fact that he's late and leave it at that? And do you remember what you said about the book, Tyson? You said this book is
The worst.
No, you said something else. Do you remember? Daddy actually shared this story in his podcast. Because we teach to own your choices, own your decisions, like own the things that happen. Don't blame other people or go, well, it's because of this. Same thing with an apology. We talk about having we clean it up. So it's like, I'm sorry. Mommy shouldn't have yelled. Or Tyson will come later and say, I'm sorry. I didn't listen. That's it. It's not because or but or however. It's just, I'm sorry. It's clean, right? So when we're reading this story about this kid, about how he has all these excuses to why he's late for school, Tyson, you don't remember what you said? It was funny. You said a swear word. Do you remember? Mommy kind of laughed. Do you remember what it was now? What'd you say? You can share. You can say it out loud. Let me give you permission. You can say it.
I don't know.
You don't remember? You go, this book is...
Crap.
No, not that word. Starts with a B. You don't remember? And I go, where'd you hear that from? You go, Daddy. Even though Mommy said it before in front of you guys for sure. You don't remember? Do I have to say it?
Okay.
What'd you say? This book is bullshit. That's what you said. Remember?
Bullshit.
You said
It's
that. because we take these moments when these things happen to teach to our children, right? So it was like, to me, you might go oh my God, Tyson's 7F and he swore. And no, we don't condone that. And we don't, we tell Tyson, these are adult words. He hears some come out of our mouths. But the thing that was cool about it was not hearing my boy swear, but it was he got it, right? You got it, Tyson. You're like, man, this guy's making all these excuses. So that when these moments come up like today, I show my kids this, right? I let them see that, listen, we can decide to let the day just go completely insane and oh my God, it started this way. Or we can choose to decide that was a moment in time. We talked about it. It's we got something from it, and then we let it go. We move forward. We don't hang on to that stuff. And so I'm going to have you consider that if you are a parent or an auntie or you babysit friends' kids, these moments are gold, man. I don't want these moments to come up. I know that they're going to come up. It's not fun to deal with it. I'm upstairs showering and I hear just anarchy downstairs. I'm like, what in the world? And I go through all sorts of stories. Why can't Ed just what the hell? I can't have 10, 15 minutes of just peace in the shower. Can't you keep things together with the boys? And what's going on? Are you even there? All this stuff in my head, right? Or I can say, you know what? This stuff's coming up for something for us to see. And that's okay. This is what life is about. It's hot and cold. It's up and down. It's crazy and then it's smooth, right? So here's your more tip for today. That if you are a parent, the next time, well, actually this is not a good one because I always do a more tip where it's something you have to do right away. Let's see, let me give you a different one. I'll tell you what, look for something that's happened in your day today that's been, in Tyson's word, bullshit. That's been crap, not good, not what you want, because something's come up. And I want you to really search for what you're supposed to see in that. See, this will kind of get you in the groove with being able to see those lessons. So there's more tip for today and see what insights you get from that. So before we finish up, 3 things I want to finish with you as I do in each episode. Number 1, make sure to subscribe to the podcast so you get every single episode delivered into your phone 5 days a week, Monday to Friday. As well as leave a 5-star review so I can help reach more women that are going to read your review and want to actually subscribe and listen to the podcast as well. So subscribe and rate and review on iTunes. Number 2, subscribe to the newsletter. This is where you're part of the Women Wanting More tribe, VIP access to everything Women Wanting More. I'm also going to send you the More for Action guide, how to start your day in power, and 2 very powerful trainings I did inside of a private group on how to remember who you are, how to drop your stories and create new ones. So that's at drkarenosborn.com/action guide, and to make sure to join the sisterhood. Right now, you can actually even join the sisterhood for 7 days for just $1. So you can be around other women who are like you, that want power in their life, that want the accountability, association of other powerful women, access to me on our weekly live trainings, and to know that you don't have to do this work alone. So that's over at drkarenosborn.com/sisterhood. So I will talk to you in the next episode, sister. A life of more is just one step away from you doing the fucking work every single day. I love and appreciate you.
To get the show notes of each Women Wanting More episode, including the How to Get More tip, subscribe to the newsletter at drkarenosborn.com/newsletter.